Hello, welcome back. I'm Lana Kate, and this is part 2 of my Red Velvet Cosmic album. I had to split it up due to copyright reasons. If you have found yourself here before seeing part 1, that will be linked in the description down below and also at the end of this video. So if you are looking for a reaction to Cosmic, Sunflower, and Last Drop, those were in part 1. See yourself there if that's what you came here for. Without further ado, we are going to continue on, starting with Love Arcade. Alright, up next we have Love Arcade. Love this. Ooh. Okay, what I said in the beginning of Cosmic, how we started up here, ended up down here when we started the actual verse, same thing. Mwah. Ooh. That's so crisp on the top up there. I want to go back to that, unless they'll, maybe they'll do it again. Also, I feel like there's so many things happening. Like there was a telephone ring, that, the 1, 2, 3 voice, all robotic and weird. But then there's also like a bunch of, was it like a car horn? They're like, wow, wow, wow. That. It seemingly has no, like, set, like, rhyme or reason to when it happens, which is, like, so, it's chaotic, and it's cool. I kind of like this section. Is this the outro? Is this? Oh, that's the end. Okay. I kind of love that. A little bit of like ad-libs, and it's just mostly just like instrumental. Okay, first of all, right at the end of the first chorus. I love that. This whole little this whole little instrumental interlude. And then of course I really love the first half of this chorus, losing all of its percussion. And then I think this percussion, I think that's normal. I think that's the normal percussion for this part of the song. But I don't know. I think because the part before it is missing it, it almost feels like we're still building up. And then so it feels like now we're back into like the normal instrumental of this song. But we're at an outro. We're not doing the regular chorus again. The song's just gonna end in a couple seconds. I kind of love that. I kind of love that a lot. There's no like final big chorus, you know? I don't know what happened, but somehow my audio for the last 2 songs got completely fucked. It's like just static. And I very briefly debated just putting captions in, but 1, I don't really know if I'll be able to remember / figure out exactly what I said, and 2, I'm under the impression a lot of people put reaction videos on kind of in the background and don't like fully watch them, and so I don't know if that would be really all that effective. So instead, I'm just gonna re-record these last 2 songs. I'm really pissed off. I'm really mad. I was so excited. I mean, like, I am still excited for you to see this video because I had so much fun recording. I love this mini album so much. So I just had like so much fun recording this, and I'm mad because I wish you could have seen my first reaction to it. Whatever. It is what it is. Let's continue with Bubble. These opening harmonies, just unreal. And I love the way that they split off. I love that bass line. That quick like descent. The atmosphere of this song is... Okay. The first time I listened to this, I thought this was a pre-chorus. And I was really confused. But the more I listen to it, the more I really love it. This song has like a very continuous sort of motion to it. The bridge we do the kind of slow down and we have some variation going on. Oh, love this. The I love that little rhythm. But yeah, the more I listen to this, the more that I really love that this is the chorus. I don't know, something about it I just love. I really do. And again, I love that we sort of just tumble into it and we just keep going the whole time until right here. I love the snaps with like this rich instrumental underneath everything. I think I specifically said that it reminded me of Cho Kill and the way that the first half of that chorus felt like a pre-chorus. And it was somehow confusing and felt like we were supposed to be building up to something else. I love these oohs. That's so beautiful. Okay, a couple more things. One, I really love the first 2 choruses, the way that they end. The last note is kind of a, it's mellow, I think, is the best word I can think of currently. I imagine like we're just kind of sitting back down. Like it's just kind of content now, as opposed to like how we hear in the last chorus. You know, we have the longer and the higher note. which I think that version, the very last chorus where we have that high note, right, that kind of continues out, I think that is probably the more expected version, or the expected way that this would go. But I really like that that's the change that they make to the last chorus. And I like that every other chorus is, again, sort of just this calm return to just the rest of the song. It's not like some big grand ending of the chorus, which I think works really well because, again, I've said this like 3 times, the chorus at first doesn't really feel like a real chorus to my ears. And so all of that just kind of like plays with expectations. And I really love that. And then I just want to go back to these opening harmonies again, because I briefly said that I really love the way that they, what was the word I used? I love the way that they, I don't know, what word did I like the way that they build on each other. So we have, it's so, at first it's so slight with the, and then we get a little bigger with them, and you can clearly hear like a really high line, and then even more up top. I really love that expansion. It's so stunning. And then at the very end here, we have a similar thing happening, except we have a little bit of a lower harmony going on, and it's also emphasized by a little bit of like a bass like instrument going on, and I think that's really beautiful too. Whereas like the first one goes up into a higher space, and the last one kind of, there are notes, the lines of it that are pretty high up, but we do go back into a little bit of a lower space, and I think that's really nice for the ending. And then I also really love the way that this last note sort of like crescendos out into a close. Like that's, oh my god. That's so beautiful. Oh my god. Last up, we have Night Drive. Which I just love so much, and the first time I listened to this, it was nighttime, and I had my window open, and I just like the vibe. Oh, it was so perfect. I'm so mad that the original video got messed up. There's a cool noise in this part that I'm gonna go back to, because it reminds me of something very specific to nighttime, and I just think that's so perfect. I love this instrument, it just sort of like rings out and is very spacious. That's beautiful. And I love those higher drums too. There's one that sounds like a kind of sound, which is really nice. I love the addition of the on top of that there. That's beautiful. This, where they have like a pause here, and then the drums. Oh, that's so good. And I love an outro, obviously. I really love the rhythm of it too. I also really love the rhythm of, oh god, I love that song. The main chorus line, what's so funny is the first time I listened to this too, I thought that the first 2 times, and then the last time I got distracted by like the pause and then also like that high note extending over that whole pause, which by the way I really love that is just a constant throughout that whole, like I think, I don't know, something about having that continue and having that be like an overarching driving force as we pass through the part where they pause into the regular chorus again. I just think that's really beautiful. But I was so distracted by all of that I also forgot to mention this the first time I watched this, and I had to like go back to so it's kind of funny to me that I'm doing the same thing again. It's the very end of that line. Da 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 da. I don't know, I like the way that kind of falls after that little, that more like staccato moment. I like that a lot. Okay, and then in the beginning here, I cannot recreate this with my mouth to like give you an idea of what this sounds like. It's higher up, it's like a little bit of an accent. It's quite quiet, and I wish it was a little bit louder, I'm not gonna lie. But it has like almost like a vibration to it. Up here. Oh! It sounds really, really clear right there. It's like like it goes up like that right there. And it continues out. The vibration of that, the first time I heard this, I immediately was just like, that reminds me of cicadas at night. Well, I mean, where I live, there are cicadas all the fucking time. But specifically at night, because night drive. I don't know if other people who maybe don't live somewhere where there are cicadas or insects or, you know, things like that at night. I don't know if that image would necessarily come through, but for me it does, and so that's cool to me. It's also just generally a really nice texture, I think. And I really like the light stuff happening up here in the chorus, because it's very like sparkly, and again on the note of imagery, it feels and for me it reminds me of like stars, like twinkling stars in the night, and I just, wow. You know. I also, fun little anecdote about this song that I can share with you, since I'm recording this in a future where I've already been listening to this album for a couple days now. The day after I recorded this, I was driving home from work, and I was playing this on my way to work, but the drive isn't long enough for me to get through the whole album, so on my way back home from work, I queued this song to play first. It was like 8 o'clock, but it's summer, so the sun was still out, but in theory it was nighttime, right? And it just, like, the timing of when this first chorus hit, it was like so unbelievable. I couldn't recreate this if I tried. Where I was, so like there's a bridge here, right? I'm coming this way, I'm merging onto like the highway that's up this bridge, right? And I shit you not, as soon as I merge, and as soon as I clear the bridge, the sun's over here. As soon as I clear it, chorus hits, and I also get this like burst of sun like in my car, just the most beautiful golden sunlight as this chorus hits, and I would have cried if I was not the one driving and therefore needed to like pay attention and like be focused and like, oh, but it was the most beautiful. I've talked before about the perfect atmospheres and the perfect spaces and times to listen to music, because I think every single song has a perfect moment and a perfect time, and I like to think that there are ones that you can kind of recreate, like going on a walk, right, or being on a road trip, you know, things like that you can recreate. But also there are moments like this when it just kind of happens, and I think that was like the most perfect moment for me to be listening to this song. And again, I could never recreate that if I tried, but like I'm so like okay, I'm gonna get a little bit emotional for a second. I recently was in a car accident. It was pretty bad. I'm physically totally fine. Mentally, maybe another story. And so after that very moment, I just was like, fuck, like I'm so happy that I'm okay after that, you know what I mean? And like that I am in this moment and I am like listening to this song right now. That was just, it was really emotional. Anyways, like I said, it has been a little bit of time since I initially recorded this. So, since I have been listening to this mini album quite a bit, I have decided that I think my top 3, I couldn't decide. In my initial reaction, I just ended it like completely speechless, and I was like, I had no words, truly. And I don't, God, this is like, wow. Red Velvet and their music are just like truly on another level. But again, I've had some time to sit with some of the songs. And so I think my favorites, in no particular order, Cosmic, Last Drop, and Bubble are kind of like tied right now for me. Like, I don't know which one I like more. And then Night Drive, of course. So, once again, I'm so sorry that I knew this video had to be this way, but if you enjoyed hearing me talk about Red Velvet, be sure to come back and see me when they have their next comeback, and if you just liked hearing me talk so much, consider subscribing and we can talk about other fun music in the meantime. Thank you so much for watching this video, and until I see you next, take care of yourself.